Shabbat Shalom, family. Guess who? It's Mama Sia.
And Papa Sia.
Here's with Get Your Life Lessons. Okay, today we are going to be talking about your appearance speaks volumes.
Yeah.
How you look says a lot about you. It says a lot about who you are. It says a lot about what's going on the inside of you.
Yes.
So if you walking around with your boobs all hanging out and the only thing you can't see is a nipple, that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
It's telling how you feel about yourself. You walking around with your behind all hanging out and folks can see your butt cheeks and all of that. It all says something. It says something about what's going on in here, in your heart, and in here, in your mind.
Men walking around with their pants dragging down, you can see their underwear.
It says something.
It says something.
It says something. I try to keep my head wrapped when I'm teaching because a woman's hair is her glory and a woman is the glory of her husband and of the man, and the man is the glory of Yeshua HaMashiach. And that's why I try to keep my hair wrapped. Some days I've fallen short because I couldn't find nothing. And I just, you know what? It's my heart. But most days, I'm doing pretty good with my little scarf collection, my little hat collection. Um, but yeah, it all says something about who you are. Even when I was just knee deep in the world, there were still certain things I wouldn't do. I'm not showing my mountains and all that cleavage. I just didn't do that. I did. And I'm not judging you. I'm not. I don't have a right to judge you. I only get to judge me. And he told me to do that harshly. He said, don't judge nobody else, because if you do, you're going to be judged with that same judgment. So I'm not. Okay? I'm just saying. How you look's going to say a lot about you. If you have seen a couple of my last video, you notice my nails were kind of long. First, let's be clear. They were not fake nails. They were my nails. And it started off as a game with me and my daughter because my nails would grow so long. And she just said, Mom, you should. But then it would break. And so they had to have these really the long nails and then the short ones. And she said, Mom, you should just put some acrylic on it. And that way they won't break. So I did. I just let them put a layer of acrylic on my nails so that they wouldn't break, because then it became, let me see how long they'll grow. If I just step back and let them grow, let me see how long they will actually grow. If I didn't clip them, cut them, break them, what would they do? And then I start seeing how they look. And I'm like, okay, they're getting too long. They're getting wet. I don't like that look. I don't. Because if you ever see pictures of them demons and devils, they always have these long nails and stuff. And I'm like, see, now it's starting to border on looking like them. And I don't want to look like them. So I had to figure out how to get that stuff off my nails. It was acrylic that these people put on my nails. And I'm like, well, baby, how I get this off? And she told me to soak them in some acetone. I did. They didn't come off. I'm like, okay, that didn't work. Then I saw this little thing in this catalog that looked like the little thing that they do at the nail salons when they put them upgrading them nails and putting them fake nails or stuff on your hands and stuff. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna order that, and I'll just take it and zzz and get them nails off my hand. That didn't work. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, they're starting to get long. They're starting to really irritate me. I don't like the way they look. A simple thing is a nail. I didn't like the way they look. I didn't like what it was saying about me. To me, what it was saying. I don't want to look like the rest of the world. I don't want to look like a demon. I don't want to look like. I mean, it's okay to have your nails done and nice and all that, but when they start getting too long, for me, not for you, for me, I just feel like, nah, that's saying more about me than I want to be said. And so it took me a couple of weeks to figure out how to get these nails off. And in the meantime, they just kept growing. And they were irritating them. Ooh, they were irritating me so bad. I want them nails off my hands so bad. Because they made it really hard for me to function and do stuff. I like to type. I like to write books and songs and plays and And it was just really, it was hard to put your jewelry on. It was hard to cook your food. It was just hard to do a whole lot of stuff. But the main thing was I didn't like the way they were starting to look. And so I just began to pray, Father, I done tried everything to get this because it had that acrylic on top of them. And this is what I'm fighting with, trying to get them off. And I knew that if I just took the clipper and tried to clip it, that would hurt a lot. And I'd get one done and we were like, okay. I could have went back to the place and paid them to take them off. But I'm like, no, I don't like your attitude. You ain't no more. I don't. If I come in your place to patronize your place, I want you to speak a language I can understand. If you speak a language I don't understand, I don't know what you say. I don't know if you're talking about me or not. I don't appreciate that. And then don't act like you got no attitude. You should be glad I'm patronizing your little business. Sing, sang, song. If you act like you got attitude, now you won't get another one of my sing, sang, song quarters. That's not nice. Come over here with your dadgum attitude. What the hell? Anyway, you wouldn't get no more of my money. I'm gonna figure out how to get these things off myself. Did y'all see me rub my eyes? I did. I did. So I just prayed. And Elohim said, his Ruach HaKodesh speaks to you. It was inner, not auditory. Don't get creepy. Just chip it, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Just cut it off in little bitty pieces and little bitty pieces. And that way it won't hurt. And that's what I did. I got busy. Chip, 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 chip. And I cut so far down, I almost went to the skin. I was so happy. Oh, I felt free. Hallelujah. I will never grow my nails that long again. First of all, I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it looks. More than anything, that is not what I want to be. And I'm not saying that people with long nails, hey, do you. Do you. I'm just saying for me. So the topic today is have some standards about how you look. Just be aware that how you look is saying something about who you are and how your mind is working.
That's right.
Okay? So if you're dressing like a hoe and people treat you like a hoe, why you mad? Why you mad? You put it out there like that. And sometimes we got these people that they all on the notebook, the Facebook, the stupid book,
TikTok.
and all that other stuff. And the way that they carry themselves, the way that they look, the way that they dress, you're still suspect. But then you but that they talking about a prophet, teacher, preacher. Wow, really? They go for you men too. Okay, you have to tell me I'm a preacher and your chest all out and your flat. What? What is you teaching?
Where you're wearing skinny jeans.
Oh, don't. See, he finna open up a can of worms. Just know how you look, say something. Make sure that's what you want. That's what you're trying to say about yourself. Go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror. How you wear your hair when you go out in public. You got them house shoes on. You go out in public. You got that sleeping cap on when you go out and play. All that saying something about you. Some of us don't need nothing said about us because we could look like angels and they gonna say some stuff. So we really need to be careful, especially people who look like us. We really need to be careful how you take yourself out the house and how you take your kids out. Don't you go outside, your hair all G'd and your nails all whipped and your club, but your kids look like they stepped out the dryer and had their hair combed in weeks. Sleep ain't even look like their face ain't been washed. Feet stank. They take off their shoes and the people out just want to pass out. Come on now. Your kids should look like you look when you take them out of the house. Okay, they represent you too. So make sure your kids look straight.
Absolutely.
Because they say something about you too. Especially if you all G'd up and your kids look like they just stepped out the dryer and take a few minutes to iron your baby's clothes. Take a few minutes, comb the kids' hair. Don't take your kids out the house with their hair uncombed. Especially if you let the kids' hair grow all long. We got lint balls and cotton balls. Comb the baby heads before you take them babies outside to play. Teach them how to have respect for how they look.
That's right.
Okay, I'm not saying put your babies in designer clothes. All that designer meant that says something about you too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can melt me and pour me in that designer, baby. I don't need you to validate me. I don't want your hoochie coochie Gucci moochie foochie all. I don't need that foolishness. The Elohim, the Most High, the Abba Yah, He validates
That's right.
me. And those of you, you know what I'm saying? Come on, don't make your little boys look like they grown men. They children. When your baby 3, he look like a grown aspirin man. That don't make no sense. When your daughter 4, she look like a hoochie pop. Stop. Why is you dressing her like that? Why? You know there's an attitude that's gonna come along with that. Dress your little girl like a little girl. Dress your little boy like a little boy. Your little boy ain't your man. That's your little boy.
Not your little man.
Right. Quit trying to make him your man. Okay? Stop. Don't dress your little girl like she a thought. She's a little girl. Put on little girl clothes. Let her be a little girl. She only got a few years to be one, and then she's gonna be grown for the rest of her life.
That's right.
Give her a chance to be a little child.
Yeah.
Don't dress her like that. Don't dress her all grown up when she 2. Don't dress him all grown up. Come on, all that says something about you. Just make sure that when you step out that door, you and your babies, you saying what you want to be said about you.
That's right.
Because you will be summed up.
Mm-hmm. Whether you want to be or not.
Because what's on the outside reflects what's going on the inside.
That's right.
Well, it does. Don't be mad. You can kiss my grits. I'm telling you the truth. Think about it. Think about it. What you want to be said. I can sum you up by how you look. I could tell whether you're on Team Yah or Team Hasatan.
Mm-hmm.
Whose team you represent? If you represent Hasatan, go ahead. Do it, girl. Do it. Do it, boy. Do it. Look like you do it. Do it all. Waddle in the mud. Go ahead. Get good and damn dirty. Because you going to hell, you might as well make it count. I'll go to. Okay, but if you on Team Yah, represent that. Okay? I'm just saying. You don't like what I'm saying? Hit unsubscribe. Okay, I ain't trying to hear your foolishness. I could care less. Okay? My opinion, it shouldn't weigh heavy on you. Do you? I ain't trying to fight you for your
salvation.
See, your deliverance. I ain't need this job. You are free to go to hell. Free to go if that's where you want to go. You are free to love Hasatan. Yes, you are. You are free to love Yah. Y'all let you choose. I ain't trying to take that choice away. I'm just saying, when you walk out that door, make sure you represent the proper team.
Yeah.
You on Team Satan, do that. And do it good. You on Team Yah, be the best on Team Yah. Whatever you doing, whoever you representing, be that. But when you walk out that door, you represent one of them teams, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Okay? That's all I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, ain't no need for you to get nasty. Just get off my channel. Of course, you gotta listen. I don't need you. Y'all gonna do what he gonna do in my life. He don't need your approval. It ain't based on what you think of me. How I live my life ain't based on your thoughts. I could care less. Ask some of my relatives. We're gonna leave that alone. I'm just saying. I'm trying to free you. I'm trying to give you some truth. I'm trying to give you some food for thought. If you don't want it, toss it away. You ain't gotta get nasty. Get nasty. Says something about you. I ain't called nobody name. If the shoe fit, don't nobody know that but you. Don't holler so loud and they won't know you got hit with that stick that I threw. Okay? You ain't got to type nothing nasty on my page. You ain't got to be on my page. I'm just saying. Think about how you look. And let me just say, spandex ain't for everybody. Let me just throw that out. Okay? I ain't calling no names. I'm just saying. Okay. All right, y'all. Mama see you.
And Papa see ya.
I love you. Don't care if you don't love me. I'm gonna love you anyway, because that's what I do. Peace. Most I should go three for the Father, the Son, and the Ruach Hakodesh. My three. Hey, we need some stuff too. The world always doing their little crazy, stupid stuff for Hasatan. Just man, right there, right there. Okay, Mom says, I love you.
Papa see ya.
Have a good day.
Shalom.
Shalom.